15 seconds. Welcome. My name is Sue Ryan, and AbilityMKE Now is a show all integration. People with disabilities and people with disability together enjoying life here in the Milwaukee area. All of here at AbilityMKE Now, the concept of disability hits a wide cross. We could be talking about mental disabilities, blindness, chronic pain, a mental health diagnosis, of substance, and the list goes on. We all have our own experience, whether it's our own or with people we know or people we encounter in our everyday lives. Here at AbilityMKE Now, the barriers and celebrate the ability in all. We are here today right after a major holiday, the 4th of July holiday just happening yesterday, and we are to be able to welcome in a new friend into our show tonight. I'm actually going to bring in Emily to go ahead and introduce our wonderful guest this evening.
Guest this evening, we met through the Happy Neighborhood Project, and from Canada, and serve as the Essential Academy. So think we can bring in yourself a little bit.
You did awesome. Thanks so much, and Sue, thanks so much for having me on the show and everybody else. That's wonderful. I've coached for about 30 years through my hands. Sports team, a national Olympian, forming people. Hit and I on unique in life. So under the Essential Academy 2020 educational community, we got those and disabilities. That's wonderful.
I love that. All of the amazing people you heard. Do you have any one that stands out in your mind as something that meant a lot to you personally?
Give me more context. That has to be changed.
Differing abilities.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
In that realm.
One of the gentlemen with us on, so I guess people, let's call it On the Rainbow, and he focuses on but dating autistic. Go about doing that, so he teaches that and really, you know what, if it's two consenting adults, you guys know, welcome to the normal. It's nowhere here. It's normal. It's normal. And he a really, really brave, wonderful. That would be an example of something. So, are on and their accountability at the end of the set of skills. Look at weakness, awkwardness, or offness, what makes them really, really certain aspects. ACEs in their wonderful.
So I have a train up here. You said you've been doing this for 30.
Ooh, I love that. I rarely go all the way that far back. I that came from former Soviet Union. Mom's a concert. Dad was an Olympic gymnast. And when you come from Russia, you do a choice. Well, I'd already, won the Blindness Music Festival, and I'm working as a piano teacher at home. I'm making about $1,000 a month at 14 when I was flipping burgers at McDonald's for about $4 an hour Canadian wage. So, and I realized that I'm like, life skill such. And then around 15, my dad, his side of the world, with the Cirque du Soleil and all those cool things, and I got all state within of power tumbling. So I found those two ways in play. I really wanted to just do the leap. You can stop wasting emotional energy. The ways to go up, down, and neutralize it. So to get in the zone, stay there as long as you need, to get to work done. That kind of stuff.
I can really with what is with performance skiing. On skiing every week. It's not totally level. All amateur, all we have like the 3-year-old, 80-year-old. It's across the whole thing. And that's when I hear some of the background you have. Like it just absolutely piques my and pictures of how that be.
On your side of the world, so I learned to water ski from a professional hockey player from Calgary who's on Lake Montana. Saw him, waved to him, and he said, "Hey, you're my daughter's gymnastic coach to my dad." And sure enough, he's like, "Does your son know how to water ski?" And I'm like, "Heck no." He said, "Come on over and I'll show you how." So it was the most incredible thing. And that was just one of those things. It's a beautiful time in space. If you're in that right place, if you're in with the stuff, I love it. Was the coolest thing.
Oh, awesome. Oh, I love that. So you understand our passion and our love for what we do, because actually a lot of how we ended up walking into what we're doing, even that this show exists, all stems back to water skiing and actually doing adaptive water skiing. So there's this amazing sit ski. So we've actually our big event is happening in a couple of days here on July 7th, 2023. We have our park. We will be doing a day of adaptive water skiing. That's we have some people that will do stand-up skiing, but most of the participants that come are doing sit-down skiing. And it's
sit-down skiing. I've never heard of that.
Oh, it is a special ski that it's a little bit wider and a little bit longer, and then their seat. It's actually like a metal frame with a lot of padding, not so that it's a comfortable spot to sit in. And it's called a cage, just because it's like a big frame. It's on the ski, and then it also has outriggers. So we basically have another set of skis. Hell, I in my mind,
it's incredible. Like, did they come up with this invention? Like, is this new?
It's been around. Actually, our club has had one of those since the early 90s. It's been around for a really long time. It's just not been as well known around the world as it should be.
Sounded like I had an easier time learning how to do it on that. Gave me one ski, and I'm like, wait. So he's like, yeah, 1 foot in front of the other, bend your knees, and go, lean back, not too much, lean forward a bit, but not too much. Hang in there, and I'm like, should I put it in my teeth and dance? Like, it was crazy. It's absolutely crazy, but I thought that's what I thought it's supposed to be that hard. So when you said they're sitting, I thought, on their bum, just on the water, like it was, boarding or something. No, you meant there's a cool thing for that. That's awesome. Wow.
It's a lot of fun. We have 2 stand-ups to go with them, one on either side. It is so much fun. The highlight of my summer is to have somebody, especially the brand new person who this is their first time ever, and just the all these things, something new happening like that is just such a joy.
Cool. That's awesome.
Natana, didn't know about it either until I met Curtin. So you're
That's
not
That's
that, you're not.
Did you get to try it, Emily?
I have.
Try this. I like all of that stuff transferred when I tried to do what do the kids do? This board and they pull it behind them and stuff, and they're kind of like they're not attached to it. Like
Ooh. Okay, I'm pretty wakeboarding, but you're actually in.
it might be wakeboarding. I think it was wakeboarding. It was way harder.
Hard.
It was not fun or easy. I was like, things are cramping, and I'm like, no, this is not fun. I was like, oh man, okay. Water skiing is that sweet spot. I like that.
So, well, now with what you do for coaching, is it athletes that you work with? It sounded like since COVID hit, you maybe have stretched beyond that. So tell me about how that transition went for you. How did it end up evolving like this?
Well, we were starting off and trying to figure out, okay, you're a reputable person with education, experience, and expertise offline. Shouldn't be that hard to be that person online. And yet, people can buy likes and follows and shares, and I know $10,000 on site, and this is an incredible, real legitimate bona fide expert, but it's just a pretty I don't know. And sure enough, there's all these programs and gurus, and just give me a couple $1,000 and I'll show you how to make all kinds of crazy money on stuff. And so, yeah, like a dummy, I'm hooked. And I'm talking to one guru and another one, and it's like going to the store. They're not going to show you the trick before you buy the trick. But if you trick and you don't like it, well, they felt like I'm paying and learning all these programs and ways to be online, but they just didn't resonate. It felt like a used car salesman. No offense to them. I just, in the bad way. And I just, no, I didn't want to just sell some stuff. I wanted to help. I wanted to heal. I wanted to change and do some good. So when we founded it as a not-for-profit on purpose to make sure that it was here, a private, invitational only academic community. And that's where we were coming through. A good 5,000 people have probably come through our hands now. A good 40 to 50 people a month audition and join us. We let in 4 or 5.
Wow, interesting. So tell me a little bit more about that. How does that process all work for you?
Everybody's got experience, expertise, but if we're like the equivalent of a baby Harvard University, for example, we're looking for somebody who's not got those basics. We're looking for somebody who's got meaning and message, wants to do some good, heal, help, legacy. We want to leave the world better than they found it. And they actually have something that's a thorn in their side. It might be technology, it might be some marketing or something. Something's just putting them stressed. And so when we realized that a lot of the people we were working with were very proud and, would self-assess themselves at about 12 out of 10, very difficult to help those people because they're like, I'm super wicked awesome. I'm like, I know, but if you weren't, or if there was an area that you wanted to be super wicked, and what would that look like? They were open and honest and humble and transparent. That's when we could actually jump in and say, oh, okay. Well, why is this part of marketing not working? Well, a couple told me to do it this way. I'm like, do you like it that way? That feels kind of icky or sleazy or to me. Well, then don't do that. Yeah, but I paid some guy a couple $1,000. I'm like, lesson learned. Right? We all pay for our education one way or another. Some useful in the sense that, oh, wow, that's exactly, some of it's useful because it's, oh, wow, that's exactly what I don't want to. But either way, you got to pay for the magic trick before you get to see how it.
Oh, I like that. That makes so much sense. So I'm thinking with people that come to you, coming often, I'm even thinking back when you're talking more about, is there a kind of typical person that would do, or is everybody just super unique, different?
They're all beautiful snowflakes, of course.
Yes.
And everyone's obviously completely uniquely different. Like I said, because we've seen so many people, I'm starting to see after 3 years, thousands of people coming through my hands, these incredible patterns. So coaches, it's healers, it's therapists. The cool thing is, as far as I know, we're the only private academy that has a suite sales and marketing agency built right in. So we're exercising kind of a proprietary process. And in it, we'll use AI, create and generate leads instead of wasting time and money on Facebook ads, crossing our fingers and going, oh gosh, if I did it and I did it right, all right, yay, I got a lead. Okay, and then how many do I need before I can start mailing? And do I have to pay somebody to make these? And then how much do I pay to verify them? And does it cost money to email? I don't know. If you're sending out 20,000, it sure does. And to send out 20,000, is that too many, too little? And if I do, what's a good number of open? And it opens up this ridiculous camp. So most people are so intimidated. That's where we step in and say that I just said, that's the first part. And everybody else ends there. And when Facebook goes, and here you go, here's your lead. You go, oh, goodness, okay, now let's begin. And meanwhile, I paid so much money and so much time for that. It took a while. So for us, our service is an appointment booking service, not a lead generation service. We'll find through AI all of the most incredible places wherever you have the biggest traction. So let's say you're like, I'm really big on Facebook groups. They love me. I have 3 or 4 of my own, and I want more of those kind of people. Oh, I have this incredible influencer on Instagram. I love their audience. Can we clone it? Okay. And obviously, in the legal sense, nothing weird. If it's Googleable and searchable and it's not private and it's public, well, then it's 100%. So AI uses that, is able to get the words in your hashtag. And then again, we use AI to create your email receipt campaigns. So we can warm up like, I've never heard of HMP. Why would I want to attend an event? Never heard of, River West Radio. Why would I want to tune in that Sue does with her thing? But we can warm up within 7 emails of audience has never heard of what you do. Only call to action is book an appointment to speak with me. It's not a really hard sell. I kind of like that. And if each email was kind of teaching me something and give me a little tidbit or value, if they did it right and they picked me and it is something I care about, I kind of look forward to these. These are pretty good. That's where we'll come through and really help somebody to go, I'm kind of new at this. I've made a bit of a website, but it's not super great. I've done some things and made a landing page and done an event and done a workshop. Didn't do a lot of success, but I've spent money and I haven't made any. And I really don't want to keep spending more money. Is there any way that we can just, get my phone ring a dozen times, like not fix my web, not do this, not image or branding or really expensive things that are hard to track your ROI? That's why we created that service for the newer people.
Excellent. And we've been hearing more and more the use of AI, but that artificial intelligence and how much of a time saver that is. Yes. And I have a good friend of ours that is a wheelchair user. She has a disability. He has been using AI a lot and has told us about how, like typing for her is a slow process.
Yes.
Oh my goodness, AI save her time. She can put the words of a prompt in there and make something happen in a much shorter amount of time.
Yes.
And it is just, I see so many things in the future of where we're all going to be going and how that's going to help some people and just short frames of what's possible.
Yes. I'm so with you. I remember when robots were coming around to, car auction plants and people were losing their job. Oh my goodness. We're being replaced robots. I'm like, then learn how to run the robot. They still don't run themselves.
Exactly.
Go get that job. It's a good job. That's that work for a minute. Do that one. So even in this context where, somebody had said famously that, hey, if you are white collar, college educated and make less than $80,000 a year, it's a very good chance your job in whole or in part by ChatGPT in the next 2 years, because it can do ridiculous things. And when you learn what they call prompt engineering, if you've ever heard that.
I have not heard that phrase. That's a great phrase.
So you get to be a prompt engineer. So the basic, expression is in the nicest way, garbage in. And you're going to go, okay, ChatGPT, what do you want me to write? You're like, write an email. Okay. you're not going to get a really good thing. You know what I mean? Or teach me French. You know, you like put in, sometimes the amount that I'll put in would be more than what I get out sometimes. Get out is so perfect. It's done. I'll give you an example. I talked to ChatGPT, and this is kind of an offside, so we'll do this as an incredible little bonus lesson on AI. What do they call it? Prompt engineering. I talk to it like it's a real human being. I literally are the best copywriter in the world. And I make that clear. And the first thing after I give it the instructions is, thank you. That's so kind of you. And then it just like a real person gives me this whole answer. And if I ask it 7 emails and it only gives 5, I asked for 7 what's going on, that I would talk to a real person. I'm sorry. Let me remedy that. Here's the full. But if you're looking at granularity and you're looking at specificity, in any other program, we're trained with, like, do you remember the first time anyone ever used Google? And you're like, do it. Anything? And they're like anything's too big that we can figure out what to do with it. And a lot of people are just like, you know, I have Google today. It was like, there's people asking, sure, but now we use Google the right way. If you and I both Google something and you want a good search result, you want to leave that pretty open, right? Like if I'm looking for River West Radio, I need to write River West Radio, and there's a pretty good chance that that's going to be the first one that pops up. If I just write either word, River West or radio, no, pretty sure that no, we'll never see that ever in any pages. That's prompt engineering in that sense. And so we use, I'm looking for a radio station. I can't really remember the name of it. It's like this and this. Google is not your friend. It's the weirdest thing. So it'll be a different way. So if I say, I have a client and he's a financial advisor over in greater Boston area, look, small business owners with a personal net worth of at least $500,000 that are contemplating a potential exit strategy in the next 1 to 5 years. What would I write to them in order to warm them up to the idea of booking an appointment with him? That would be a basic. Keep it tone, conversational, light. Make a joke that this is a cold email outreach, and I need 7 of them. Thank you. That's kind of an example of, wow, you put some of that in, what are you going to get out? I'm like, something you can charge money for. It's because it's worth something. It'll genuinely give value. That's the cool part.
Awesome. Oh, I love it. I absolutely love it. So
Sure.
with all that you do and what you've done, what's been your favorite, most rewarding piece of it all?
The scholarships.
Tell me more.
We've gifted more than $630-something thousand for the people that couldn't afford to join us, whether they were instructors or students or in some capacity, felt that they needed the help, the education. They needed the sales and marketing stuff that we could do for this side, or the learning in this side, or whatever it was. We took and made that a global thing. And so that always makes me feel incredible when those people come back, and it changed lives, you know, and it made a difference in their life, personally, financially. It comes back in a beautiful way. Like my biggest happiest moment, one instructor said, you know, you believed in me and you invested personally very, very low. And I was thinking some bad thoughts, and my account was in big trouble and had been for a while. I couldn't get myself clear in my head, and I couldn't get myself clear in my business. And you said, that's okay. And you're really not an inexpensive service, because back in the day, what do you call it? Pre not-for-profit is about $10,000 to join us. Yeah, that's, you can understand why there's scholarships. In this case, it's not. So if you from a model of 3 digits, you lose the ability to scale. You get the ability for uniqueness. If you have that, so it's that old adage that you're like, if you want to eat with the rich, cater to the masses. If you want to eat with the masses, cater to the rich.
Wow, I like that. Awesome. Well, we have just a few minutes left. I want to just open it up and is it what it is in your mind as far as something you're hoping to share with us while you're here with us? Is there anything that's on the floor for you? If there's anything that's top of mind here that you want to make sure to share with us all?
I've had a wonderful conversation with you. You both have been tremendous and delightful. A breath of fresh air. Made dinner for my girls tonight and up, so we'll get a chance to come in and play and talk and have some cool conversations. I think it's wonderful. I'm very quick and simple and easy. We're here to serve others. We're here to serve those that serve others. There you go. So if that's you or if that's somebody you know, and if in any way, shape, or form we could help light a little brighter, please reach out to me in some capacity. We'd love to say hi.
Awesome. And somebody be able to reach you. What is there a website that they go to?
Sure. If you go to www.essential-academy/2023. Essential.academy/2023. That's me.
Awesome. Oh, I'm so glad we've been able to share who you are with the world here, because I'm absolutely loving this introduction, because
Thank you so
for those
much.
that don't know, this is the first that means to actually say hello, and I'm committed to this.
How cool is that? Yep. That's so awesome, Sue. Pleasure.
And
I've
Emily,
gotten to see you times as well, so it's wonderful to see you again.
so Emily, did you have any quick questions that you would like to ask at all?
Mm.
So I know you've known him a little longer than I have, obviously.
I'm not sure actually. Be answered in like 2 seconds.
Well, I'll give you a quick question here. Every so often, we call it our ice cream social night. So I ask you that burning question of favorite ice cream.
Ooh. I'm liking chocolate chip. I'm liking the rum raisin stuff. I'm liking that Rocky Road. Bunch of flavors. You got to catch me in the mood. It could be a unique thing that could be just like, it could be strawberry. You never know.
I like so you are a
mood eater. I want to go to bed, just close my eyes and go, that one tonight, number 26. Let's do that.
awesome.
Yeah,
Right? That out of the show.
Okay, well, I want to give you just if you have 20 to 30 seconds for people, just whatever is top.
Anything you can. It's a wonderful Japanese tradition called kaizen. It's the concept of any yourself, because you do anything is that you do everything.
I absolutely love that. Thank you so much for sharing your time, sharing your passion. And so you are more than welcome back anytime I would station another. This has been lovely. And sometime I hope to share with you adaptive water tea. Water too.
Thank you so much for having me.
Awesome. Tom, this is Emily. Thank you much, Sue Ruskoff, and we are here with AbilityMKE Now, and we thank you.